The last thing we're going to talk about is the intermediate value theorem, which is the theorem we need to talk about. What it says is that if you got two x values, and when you substitute those into the function, if there's a difference in the signs, then there has to be a zero. And here's what that means. Say you got this a and you got this b, and you find f of a and it turns to be something up there. And if you find f of b, it turns out to be a number down there. Well, that must mean that from between there and there, the line, the curve, whatever it is going through the x-axis at 0. So it must be at least one 0 that lies between a and b. Now, if we were to find, say for example, like a c, and it turns out that there's the f of c, the y value is a positive also, from there to there, it didn't go across the x-axis, no matter how it looks. It has to be a function, but you understand what I'm saying. It didn't go across it. So there's not. We don't know for sure if there's a 0 between those two. Nothing can guarantee that there is. So I'm going to show you how you can do this pretty quickly. Let me show you what it means. I'm going to graph x to the fourth because I like to graph. Makes my life a lot easier. Minus 10x squared minus 14x plus 21. Now between 2 and 3, this is 2, well that's 2 and that's 3. It is going through the x-axis there, so I know there is a 0, but I need to use this theorem to verify that there is a 0. So here's how we use that theorem. First thing we want to do is find alpha 2. And all that means is you're going to take the 2 and substitute in there. What I'm going to do is hit trace to enter. You can also use the table, but sometimes you're dealing with fractions, so it's better to use the trace. And we get negative 15. And I'm going to type in or find alpha 3, which means I just hit 3 enter. We get 24. Notice signs changed. That must mean that 0 is between those two. What that means is by the intermediate value theorem, since the signs changed, just make sure you use the correct wording. For f of 2 and f of 3, a 0 exists between 2 and 3. That's what's going on. Since a different sign, the 0 does exist. And if you think about it, if you find f of 2, you get a negative number, f of 3, you get a positive number. You know that 0 is between those two. If you want a number line, if you were to do a number line, 0 is between those two. Simple as that. And that means there is a 0 between 2 and 3. The x values. That's all it is.